We are live. All right, everybody, come on in the room. Ooh, hold on, don't worry. All right, there we go. There we go. We're good. All right, want to make sure everyone is in the room. All right, we're almost ready. Come on in the room. Let us know if you can hear us. All right. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. You know, I'm a little bit mad with my nephew. I'm proud of him, but also upset. He is not here, you know, to do this for me. So I have to be my own sound person, apparently. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get everyone in the room. Listen, this is our first time doing this. I want everyone here commenting. Let's have a good time. All right. There may be issues. All right. You may hear things echo. He sent me a text earlier and said that you guys were doing a little bit of sound checking out here, and that there may be echoes. I don't know. Maybe ghosts will fly through the room. I'm not sure what all may happen, but whatever may happen, we're going to make it through this, and we're going to do the best that we can. Okay, so God forbid, that something should happen and we should have to start the broadcast all the way over again. If that happens, Erik will get a prompt text after this because I don't like being embarrassed. All right, and we're going to have a wonderful guest who's going to be with us on tonight. He's on standby for a few moments as we get started. All right, I just want to make sure everybody's in the room. Okay, all right, beautiful beat is coming in just 5, 4, hold on, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone. How are you? Yes. This is Imani Vanzap here to help you fix your shit. How are you, everyone? I hope everyone is having an amazing day, that you're doing well, all right? We are doing something new here in Vanzap Victory Vortex. I talked to my nephew and didn't know how this was going to go, and I'm fine with just put me in front of a camera. Let me just fix shit. That's all I need to do. I don't need a whole bunch of hoo-ha. You know what I'm saying? But he said, it would be a good thing to take things to the next level, and let's raise production value here in Vanzap. All right. So if you're in the house on tonight, joining us, please let us know that by making a comment on below. All right. Let us know how things sound and all that good stuff. Okay. I'm trying to control the sound here. You know that it's Erik kind of battled with me a little bit, but I told him, I said, listen, I said, auntie, and if we're going to do this, I need my jazz. All right. All right. So it looks like everything is okay. All right. Can you hear me fine? He told me to ask you. Give me a second. I want to make sure everything is all right here. Okay. Let's see. Just a moment. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. All that looks good. That's what he told me. Okay. That's good. All right. So can you, okay. Yes. And a nasty brow. That's right, nephew. How are you? All right. Listen, I need everyone right now. Listen, this takes a lot of work to do. So I'm not going to, play any games with you. I need you to share the video. All right. I need you to hit like and share. I'm going to do what all the other social media commentators do. All right. I always thought that it was a little bit self-serving to, ask people to bring people into the room. But listen, this took a lot of work to put together. And I have a wonderful show, planned for you tonight. We're going to be talking about a few things here. And I wanted to go ahead and make sure that we make this good for you. But in order to do that, we want people in the room. So if you have not already, I want you to share this video right now. Okay? Share it, hit like, hit share. Tag someone below. All right? This is really an amazing thing that we are doing. And I am excited about it. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started here. For those who do not know me, my name is Imani Vanzap. All right? Professional shit fixer. Here to help you fix your shit. And I am so glad to be here with you on this evening. We are taking things to the next level here with our evening programming or whenever we show up at this point, all right? I'm having fun doing this already. I think it's an amazing thing. So we're going to jump right into it and talk about a few things here. And we're going to be really, really, really getting into it. So before, we get into anything too deep, all right? I want to first come out here and do as we always do. And I think that everyone should get a chance to know who Imani Vanzap is. That story is very important, something that everybody needs to commit to memory. So let's go ahead and have a moment so you can all understand where this comes from, all right?
Yes, that used to be me. In the graveyard of disappointments, where I felt that all of my dreams had died.
To her show
after
playing.
3 failed marriages,
And then
2 repossessed cars,
bring you back on after we do
and
this.
1 freak accident at the hair salon,
I'll talk for about maybe
who
a
could be
couple
expected to recover?
seconds. I'm gonna bring you
My children. It was hard, but I fixed my shit. Now I am an entrepreneur, an author, sister, friend, wife.
Does it look good? You can see it. You can see it. It looks good?
And I am here to help you become strong.
Okay, that's right. You didn't say it.
And better.
All right.
My name is Imani Vanzap, and I'm here to help you fix your shit.
I actually heard all the conversation. Actually, I forgot to mute.
All
right, you like that? All right, so we've got production value now. All right, we got a beat face, and as my nephew Phil said, a beat brow. All right, a beat brow. You always know that your face is going to be right by the way that your brow comes out. Okay, if your brow comes out looking a little bit crazy, then you know that you need to just hang it up. Everything's going to be pretty much a crash and burn. All right, but when you come out with a brow like this, everything else is going to be all right. All right, that's kind of how I feel about it. So once again, my name is. Let's make sure we get it right. Imani Vanzap. Here to help you your shit. All right? And so we're going to have a little bit of fun on this evening. I wanted to talk about some things that are very serious. You know that when you come here to this platform, that we do 2 things, all right? We educate and we entertain. So we talk about things that are very serious, but we don't have to take them so seriously, but it's very serious things. If that makes any sense, all right? So I'm really excited to bring on our guest on tonight. We're just like I said, we're going to have some fun. Once again, things may happen during the broadcast. All right, this is our first time doing this. Please make sure you are echoing. Oh, here we go. I hear an echo already. Okay, let's see what's going on with this. Bear with me. All right, am I echoing now? A lot of feedback. Okay, like I said, things may happen. We may need to start all the way over. Let me know if I'm still echoing. I'm not sure what that may be.
And everyone says it's
a lot of it.
So of course that
doesn't make you too happy. We'll figure it out along the way. Don't worry. So I hope we don't have to. One mic may need to be muted. Well, let's see. We'll see if I mute that one, you're going to hear me over there because that's my audio.
Bear with
me. All right, we're doing fine. Yes. I think I've asked, am I echoing? Everyone is saying yes.
Totally
all right. Okay. We're going to try a few things here. All right. Let's see. Can you hear me now? Maybe that's what the problem was. Can you hear me now? If that was the issue, I think I got it. Tell me, did the echoing stop? Did the echoing stop? I think I may have figured it out. Actually, may have figured it out. If the echoing stopped, then I'm a genius. Let's just give a moment, all right? And as we're giving a moment, of course, we can't give a moment without a little bit of jazz in the background. No echo. I figured it out. I'm a genius. See, Erik, he does his best, but it takes a woman's touch. I think I figured out what the problem is. But can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, then I figured it out. Andario, how are you, my baby? That is Andario Abrams, executive producer of the hit show that I'm a part of, Chasing Dallas. All right? I think we figured it out, everyone. I think we did. All right, all right. Give me 2 more confirmations. I think I figured it out. You know how Erik is. That's my nephew, and He's a very talented man, but sometimes he gets a little bit worked up and everything, and he's all, oh my goodness, what's going on? I don't understand what's happening. This daughter, you know what I'm saying? Move, So I put him out of the room and everything. So, all right, hey, how are you doing? Give me a couple more confirmations, and I'm going to bring on our special guest. Is there no audio, and can you hear me? Or just say thumbs up or fine, or you know how I am. Send some zaps. All right. As soon as I see that, we will continue. All right. While we're doing that and trying to get ready for everything, I am so glad to be here. There's a lot that's going on. I hope that everyone is making it through this COVID-19 business. It is crazy streets. And there's a lot that I want to discuss on tonight. There's a lot of things that are going on. All right, you look fabulous. Yes, we hear you with no echo. Thank you. So again, as I said before, it takes a woman's touch. Amen? Amen? Come on, someone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to get into it here. I'm very excited to be here tonight, and I see the number going up. We can do a little bit better. Now, come on. Bring your friends into the room. All right, listen, I didn't get beat like this. You know what I'm saying? I know I woke up like this, but the beat is a different thing, all right? So make sure you bring your friends into the room, and let's just have a little bit of fun. As I said before, we are going to talk about some serious things, but we're going to have fun in doing it, all right? I know that right now is a very stressful time for many people with this whole COVID-19 coronavirus that's going on, and it's getting on my last nerve as well. I'm ready to get out of here. Me and my husband, Curtis, as many of you know, we're over it. We're ready to get back to life. We want to get back to... we don't want to get back in the Brian Kemp way where we go out and possibly will die, with, all the people that wanted to go to the mall this weekend. Let's just keep a real thing, okay? It's going, all right? But anyway, I'm excited, and I'm getting ready to bring on our first guest on this evening. Well, our only guest on this evening, all right? And I want everybody to welcome him with cheer, all right? So give me 1 second here. I want to give a second, and I'm trying to remember how to do this. And remember that these are the hashtags you can use. They'll pop up throughout the show. But this whole show is about what? Fix your shit. All right? That's what this is all about. Okay? Fixing your shit so you can become what? Stronger and better. So I am really excited to do this. All right? Okay, here we go. So let me get in here. Just one moment. All right? And I'm just trying to get this right here so that I'm good, okay? So everyone get ready to welcome our guests on this evening, all right? How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I am so wonderful, nephew. How are you doing, Dr. Kelly? You were a little bit better at being on time tonight. You normally like to shade auntie and not show up on time, but you're on time this evening. I appreciate you for it.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. Yeah, I was not gonna do that.
I'm so glad about it. How are you, baby? How's everything going?
I'm great. It's been an interesting time, but everything's good.
All right. I normally have my jazz going, but right now I feel good without it. I think we're good. Let's just have a good time. All right. So we're here to talk about a few things. We have Dr. Kelly with us. Everyone, once again, say hello to Dr. Kelly there. Just greet the people. Take a minute and just greet everybody. All right.
How you guys doing? Dr. Kelly, I don't know if Imani has mentioned, I am running for state senate for the state of Georgia. For District 35, if you live in Union City, Douglasville, Lithia Springs, Fairburn, Palmetto, South Fulton, I'm your guy. But just wanted to come out and chat. I love chatting with Imani because we talk about real stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that tonight.
Indeed. So where do we begin? Okay, let's see. I want to start out with give me a second here. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Well, let's see what would be fun. Okay, let's start out light. Let's start out really, 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 really light. Just off subject. My nephew Erik sent me a text about his dog Shelly, and I don't know how many of you saw this, but his dog Shelly. Let's go here. She apparently is into a little bit of witchcraft. And so, hold on 1 second here. I've got to get a few things together. I'm still learning, everybody. I'm still learning. Bear with me just a moment. All right. So this is Shelly's little project that she was doing, and you rebuke it in the name of Jesus. All right, we're going to rebuke that. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what this is. Somebody said that he's creative, and I just think that it's a spell she was trying to cast. I think that she's a little bit Creole, and I'm not with that. Dr. Kelly, everyone is saying that you're handsome on tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Kelly, what do you make of this right here? What do you make of this little thing that that Shelly was trying to do here. What do you see that for?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Are you sure Tony's not messing with you or Curdy's not messing with you?
I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to make something of it, and I really can't understand what's happening right there. But I saw it, and it's a problem. I went over there immediately and kicked all of those sticks out of the way or bones out of the way. We don't do that here. All right, no chaos here. All right.
No, I do not. I'm allergic. So yeah.
You're allergic to dogs?
I am.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
Yeah, cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. You don't even have those problems. Well,
No.
good for you.
No, don't want those problems.
Okay, well, listen. Just be glad if you don't have a dog, then you don't have to worry about having a demon dog. Like I think you've been trying to cast spells on us, in the house. It's kind of crazy. All right. So that's just starting out right. I don't know what was going on with Shelly and all of that. Let's move forward here to Chris Cuomo. Give me 1 second here. We're going to bring up Chris Cuomo. Now, listen, Chris Cuomo is a very handsome young man. All right, I love Chris Cuomo. I love his programming. I love what he says. But Chris Cuomo was in a little bit of a stink. Do you know about that, Dr. Kelly?
He's in a little bit of a stink.
Yeah. Have you heard about that?
Something about COVID-19 and him being held up in a basement of some sort. Yeah. I haven't really followed him that closely.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna just be real about this. So basically, when he started to kind of go live, if you will, like I'm doing now. Now listen, the thing is, if I'm gonna come to you live, I'm gonna come to you live. If I don't feel well, if it's things not going my way, if Curtis' schedule is a mess, I'm going to not go live. I'm just gonna go and handle myself, get myself back together, and then we'll resume. Okay? But the way that things are going, basically, he wanted to go live about his entire illness. So he's up there, preaching to the people, stores, and keep yourself safe. I can't raise my arms above my head. I hallucinated and saw my dead father. I haven't seen my wife. We're distraught. We're away from each other. Now, mind you, he's doing all of this lamenting while in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I don't want to judge, but he is lamenting in the Hamptons. Okay. Which I think is a bit much. Anyway, but the thing that got him into a thing, it's not even about him being in the Hamptons. Chris was advising all Americans to stay indoors and whatnot, went out and got on his bicycle and went riding and like hitting it. And so there was a man that's on out, and you're saying that you're positive with COVID-19. So he said, "Wait a minute, aren't you Chris Cuomo? You need to be quarantined. Like, what are you doing out here?" Chris gets off of his bike, approaches the man on foot, and basically just starts to berate him and going on saying, I can do whatever I want. You don't tell me who I am and all of that. And this isn't the first time that Chris has done that. So a lot of people are trying to go off on the fact that we're seeing that there are layers and tiers in society and privilege when it comes to COVID-19. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think this COVID-19 has definitely shown America what it's made of.
Yes.
When it comes to our healthcare response, when it comes to trying to mitigate a lot of the spread of this virus, and I think it's showing us a lot of the limitations that we have in the U.S. that we think we don't.
Yes.
Because let's be clear about it. We really have a response to this illness that is reflective of an emerging economy.
Yes.
If you really think about it. So yes. For me, this is something that we're going to have to work on as Americans. And whenever people talk about arrogant Americans, and that's what he was basically acting like. He was acting like an arrogant American.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you've been diagnosed, and now you're out, and we know that this thing is airborne. So now you're out spreading it to other people.
Yeah.
How? And then, but the thing about it is that what we do is we accept their apologies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, there's no excuse for that behavior. It doesn't matter. I said, if we're in an emergency or a pandemic and you know that you have that particular virus, why are you outside when you have been ordered specifically in your Hampton home to be quarantined? Why is that so hard? Why is that
right?
So, there's no excuse for that behavior, Chris. I'm sorry. You don't get a pass. I mean, we like you, we like your brother, but you don't get a pass for that. That's just irresponsible.
Yeah. Yeah, and so what do you think when it comes down to those said apologies and whatnot? How do you think that should be handled? I know that we're in. It's kind of like there's a fine line, where we have cancel culture and then celebrity over celebration. So where do we draw the line in calling someone out on their shit? That's yours. How do we tell someone, Dr. Kelly, that they need to their shit?
Right.
Where do we go with that? What do we do?
Part of that is going to have to be a collective response, because this is really unnerving to me, because I'm like, dude, you are putting people at risk. Honestly, there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry. I don't see us, and I get the cancel culture and all that stuff, but and some people do need to be canceled. But some people are like, okay, some people do. Let's just be clear.
Listen, okay. Omarosa, cancel.
Yes. So
all right. Ben Carson, cancel. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
With Chris Cuomo, dude.
I don't think we should cancel him, but I do think that we need to address it. Don't you think?
I think he definitely needs a hard lesson.
He does.
I don't get the whole council thing, but he definitely needs a hard lesson in humility. He needs to figure out humility.
Absolutely. I don't know if you know about it, and I don't have a clip for this. I wish I did on this evening. But there is another incident that was online where basically was at I don't know if it was a wedding or whatever it was, and there was a gentleman that called him Fredo or something from Lord of the Rings, which is, I guess that was the joke. But according to Chris, all right, now there's a video about this. And believe me, I'll get the clip and we'll do it next time. But according to Chris, basically Fredo is the N-word for Italian people.
Okay.
He sounds a little bit like Bette Midler. Bette Midler would say, that now the black women are the N-words of the world. And I love that. She gets a lot right, but sometimes she drinks a little bit too much. And so that's with Chris. I'm like, okay, Chris, Fredo is a far cry from the downgraded Negro. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that is a far cry. It's kind of like the whole Karen thing. Oh, that's the N-word for white. I was like,
yeah, I don't know where that came from. This whole Karen thing, and that's the N-word for white people. I'm not going for that. We're not going to appropriate slurs.
Yeah, we're not. And
not on my watch. Not on my watch. That other girl said the fiction stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like that. That came from a position of privilege.
Absolutely.
We were never privileged to not have that name, the N-word.
Yeah.
Like it was. I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me. The equivalency is not there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay, dude, we get it, but we don't get it.
Yeah, so right now, Chris, we're not feeling you on that. All right. Everyone is people that are saying that they do hear a crackling sound. We're still working on some things right here, so we were a little bit aware of that before. Did you kind of find out what that was, Kelly?
No, I still don't have no clue what that is.
Okay. It's all right. We're still working on it. Give us a chance, you all. Now, I don't want to get too technical. Is your main audio on your phone?
It's on my phone.
Do you have a set of headphones there?
I think they're in my. Hold on a second.
What happens? We're doing that, everyone. I'm so glad you're joining us on this evening. All right, hold on. Ooh, we got a lot going on. All right, we're getting used to things. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. Let's see as he's getting himself together there. Let me just bring myself back here. All right. So for those who do not know me, okay, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Imani Vanzap. To help you fix your shit. All right. And so we're here tonight joined with Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly Johnson was running for office. He is running for office indeed, and we want to make sure that we support him. All right? Yes, we have somebody that's praising the special effects. Please make sure that you go ahead and get involved in the video. Send in questions. Right, that's what this is for. You're not just watching a video. You're watching a live broadcast on tonight. So you're part of something that's pretty amazing that's happening here in Victory Vortex. So if you have a question that you want me to toss at Dr. Kelly, let me know, and we'll make sure that we make that happen. All right. We can't don't just sit here and just look at our pretty faces. All right. We're here to help you out. All right. I know we look good, but just get involved. All right. Tag a friend, like, share, bring people into the room. So okay. So Chris Cuomo, we're really not feeling you right now. We love you, and he's a very likable person, but right now you're not showing a really good side of us. And so we're not doing that. All right. So we're going to move on here to a topic that's a little bit kind of, in stupid shit news, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And that is, hold on. That is Diamond and Silk. All right. Diamond and Silk. Yeah. AKA aluminum and copper, AKA tumbleweed and termites. As I said, all right, zinc and zirconia, other people were saying. So it has been said that basically Diamond and Silk were, commentators for Fox News, buffooning and whatnot, and they've been let go because they pretty much were giving out false information about coronavirus cures. And what got them kicked off the air was when they said that coronavirus, by being indoors, you will get sick. And the way to get over the illness is to go outside. Did you hear about this shit?
I did. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I think everybody can.
Okay, good. These two women they're just embarrassing.
Talk about them. Let's just go there.
Yeah, they're just completely embarrassing. I'm still trying to understand why are they as popular as they are. I get it, they're in conservative circles, but I think they are really the embodiment of what a lot of racist people think of Black people.
Okay.
Let's be very clear about it.
That's all.
They think that we're like that, and but it also it completes their dream or their hope of us showing up like that. And that's why I think their
end goal is. What is this for? What are they doing?
A lot of this stuff is probably because of money. I don't know if they actually believe the stuff that they spout. I'm hoping that they don't. I'm hoping they don't. If they do,
yeah.
But a lot. I mean, you can pay folks to do anything.
You're very right about that.
Let's be very clear about it. You can pay people to do anything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the amount was to buy these two, but they've been bought. And
yes.
they're basically the embodiment of what Trump's folks think of Black folks, and they are happy. They're fine with that.
So someone is saying in the comments there. Let me just kind of throw this in there, and we see your question, Brandon. It's coming back up. Okay, loud and nasty. So please put in the comments on below. What are your new names for Diamond and Silk? Okay, put that down there. Someone is saying that it started out as a Twitter post. I believe what they said started out as a Twitter post at first, and then it kind of just went from there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, but unfortunately, we kind of play into that as well too, because we're sharing their stuff and we're making them topics of conversation, we actually fuel a lot of that garbage, which is why I tell people, I'm like, stop sharing this garbage. It's almost like if you ignore now, Trump probably won't go away, but if we start ignoring his press briefings and all this stuff, we won't be as upset as we are, amongst ourselves, but also at him. So I think a lot of this stuff is really us taking control and saying, you know what, we're not going to share this garbage anymore. You know what, if you want to act like that and act like a buffoon, do it on your own time. But I'm not giving you any play with that. I get it. It's great to laugh at them, but at the end of the day, you're doing exactly what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Be the butt of a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I, even when you're saying like with Trump, I had gotten to a point where I had pretty much kind of bleached him, if you will, out of my, not my vernacular, but out of my peripheral. Yeah. I couldn't see him. I had gotten him out of there, and then COVID-19 came, and now he's every day. I was successful. I was, eating fruit. You had came on the show before, Dr. Kelly. I went on a detox and got, sugar out of my life, and then here comes Trump again.
Yeah.
And here we're back. So it's kind of, sometimes it's a little bit hard. I think because of how the media pushes things, it is a problem.
It is.
But, that's kind of that. We have a question here for you. And one of Brandon is asking, what are the 5, hold on one second. What are the 5 major concerns for your district?
A lot of those are addressed in my platform. So we have So with us, the things that I'm pushing is climate change, legalize cannabis.
Sorry.
Yes, legalize cannabis. infrastructure, which includes expanding healthcare or expanding Medicaid, and also protecting voting rights. Education, modernizing education, adding financial literacy, coding, climate change, social media, critical thinking, and problem solving to the curriculum.
Yes.
Because that way we can create more well-rounded and students that are ready to go to the next level from day one once they leave high school.
Yeah.
So a lot of parents are definitely, on board with giving their students or giving their children what they need to succeed.
That's right.
And so those are my top key issues.
Okay. All right. And feel free as we're on here tonight, as I said before, if you have questions for us, let us know. Let's go ahead and put that in there. We're just having a good time on tonight. Listen, this is the first time that we're going live like this. All right. It's accessible. All right. I'm really excited about it. Okay. Problem seems to be fixed. We're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading a private message. Thank you so much, Amanda. Sorry. Thank you. When you're your own sound girl and camera girl and switchboard girl and host, it's a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you like and share the video. All right, and all things Imani Vanzap. Remember that the website is also up as well too. So after the broadcast, or even during, if you have a couple of devices open, please go to my website, imanivanzap.com. All right. So let's keep moving on here. Now this is a big one, and I think this is kind of why we wanted to have Dr. Kelly on here tonight, and that is Mr. Van Jones. So Mr. Van Jones is very, very handsome. All right, you know how I love my man. I'm sorry. I love my Curtis, but I'm so at the end of the day, Van Jones is sexy. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, so Van Jones basically has been on a couple of interviews and has talked about the Black community. And really talking about the problems that we have at first as far as having, food deserts, and that, COVID-19 is exposing a lot that is going on with, inequality, as I said before, food deserts, economy, socioeconomic problems. And so that was all good while it was like, okay, Black people are getting the brunt in of the whole COVID-19 business. The numbers are going up. This is when the conversation started to change. The numbers are going up, and we're seeing now that, about 70% is at the time, 70% of the deaths that were occurring with Black people. And so it's a deeper conversation where we were talking about basically, health with Black people and what we need to do with Black people, and just how a lot of the pre-existing conditions that we have in terms of, diabetes and cancer and hypertension and those things. And so there was a lot of pushback that Van Jones got about what he said, and because of how Black people don't want to look at as ever being the problem ever. I echoed his sentiments and made a post which got shared, I think almost 100 times, if I'm not mistaken, with people agreeing with that we need to do better. So me and Dr. Kelly spent a lot of time that evening talking about said subjects, and you have feelings about that I would love for you to share with our audience on now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
On now. That's a new thing.
Yeah, so I actually shared the article. I actually shared it with Imani, and I was like, "Hey, this is something that we need to talk about because now that we're seeing the numbers, we're seeing the number of deaths, and this should be a wake up call to the Black community. Let's just be very clear about that, because me, I like to deal in truth. I understand that.
That's what I'm all about.
Right, people want to get in their feelings. I get it. I totally get it. However, I still need you. I still need you to face facts.
Talk about it, Dr. Kelly.
And the fact that we are making up a very large.
Hold on, Dr. Kelly. Listen, it's time. We got to start facing facts. We've got to start facing facts. We've got to stop lying, everyone. I'm sorry, Dr. Kelly. I got beside myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have to face the facts. The facts that we're not eating appropriately or properly. And for me, I get that there are food deserts. I get that there's institutional racism, but that doesn't necessarily drive what you pick when you go into the grocery store.
Right.
Because you don't have those things in your mind when you're going to the grocery store. What you have in mind is that I want something good. Well,
right.
Our concept of what's good may need to be retooled.
Yes.
Okay. And what I mean by that is that if you're talking about something that's laden with a lot of fat, a lot of sugar, a lot of stuff that you shouldn't be eating, and labeling it good,
mm-hmm.
We might need to retool that.
Echo, you're okay. It's all right.
We might need to retool that. we pull that thinking.
Yes.
So for me, it's really about the Black community. We have to take more responsibility for what we put in our bodies, because we've normalized medicine, for one. And we've said that, like, blood pressure, diabetes, all these things are hereditary. Well, that's not necessarily the case.
We'll bring that because we do. I think we believe that we believe that.
We believe that.
To break that down.
Yeah, we believe that, and that's because we're still eating those foods that. I'm gonna just say this out loud. We're still eating a lot of foods that that the slaves ate. And so whenever you
all right, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're still eating a lot of foods that came from slavery. And whenever you are consuming those foods, when you don't necessarily have to, you're going to have those same ailments that kill Big Mom in soul food. She had diabetes. She had to get a leg taken off or an arm taken off. But we're not thinking about what we're putting in our bodies and what it's doing to our bodies.
If you don't mind, not to interrupt. I just want to, so that we make sure we hit every point, because you have a lot of people that'll try to push back. So I want to slow some of this down. So let's talk about what are some of those foods that have derived through slavery that are more of a systemic diet. I'm calling it that. I don't know if that's a proper term. I'm going to say it myself. Why? Because I like it and I'm grown. Whenever I say what I want to say is because I like it and I'm grown. Now, what are some of the foods that we do that are not good for us, that we have kind of passed down to us?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you my story from when I was 18 years old. When I was 18 years old, I graduated and left high school and went to the Navy.
All right.
Right, 18 years old, not overweight, thin guy, whatever. So I get to the Navy doctor. She does the blood work because that's what they have to do. She pulls me in and says my cholesterol is at 190.
Oh my goodness.
At 18.
Wow.
And I was like, well, what is it supposed to be? She was like, well, it's supposed to be under 200. She said, but 200 is the high point. She said, and you're 18 years old, you shouldn't have cholesterol this high. And I was like, okay. So she was like, well, what? And then the next question she asked me was, where are you from? I said, Mississippi. She said, well, that explains it.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, in the South, we have a lot of recruits that come in with high blood pressure, pre-diabetes. At that time, it was just diabetes at that point. High blood pressure, and some even come in with heart disease.
My goodness.
And so at that moment, I was like, well, what are we doing that's caused me, somebody that doesn't look like that they're not healthy, to have a cholesterol of 190? So it was the foods that I was eating. So it was, eating like boiled vegetables. People like to boil their vegetables. Well, you're cooking a lot of the nutrients out of them, especially when they turn gray. Yeah. Especially when they turn gray, you shouldn't be eating.
They're dead.
They're dead. Yes, they're
That's
dead.
All the thing. Yeah.
It's a lot of foods. The things that we call American, like a lot of the fried foods are bad. A lot of pork and how they season certain things with it are not good for you. A lot of breads, a lot of pastas, breads. Those things get in, they stay inside you. So it's really pretty much my entire diet led me to that moment.
and so with that I guess one of the points of understanding is that at one time it was the only food that was available.
Right.
Or at one time it was a means of, it was food for survival, because they weren't giving us nutritious food.
No.
So we learned to make the best out of a bad situation.
You did. However, along the way, especially coming after slavery and all that stuff, we started seeing a decline in a lot of people's health. A lot of that started whenever they started using corn syrup.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Come on, I know y'all get into it. Listen, everyone's quiet in the comments now, acting like they don't eat like this. You all ain't been eating no carrots on quarantine. Let's come on.
Yes. And so, but we have this concept that these foods are good for us. And I'm like, and we call them soul foods. Well, we call them soul foods because they're going to turn you into a soul pretty early. That's what they do.
See? Woo, goodness. Say it again. Give it to people in the back.
That's what I say. Look, they call it soul food for a reason. But, we have to start thinking about what we put in our bodies. We have to start doing more things that are fresh, more things that are raw.
Yeah.
And I say that about vegetables and fruit. Like, I love lightly sauteed veggies.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I've cut back on meat dramatically. I do not eat red meat at all.
At all.
At all. I don't eat red meat.
My goodness.
Yeah, because, as I've gotten older, because I'll be 40 in September,
I'm a little bit older than that, but all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be 40 in September. So for me, it was hard to digest.
Mm-hmm.
And, red meat
Your
stays in your system
digestive
forever.
system does change.
It does. I stopped eating a lot of sugar, especially added sugars. White sugar is the devil. And I'll say that, I may get censored, but white sugar, it brings nothing good for you. Nothing.
My goodness.
So think about it.
Okay.
Eating white sugar or processed sugars, they do nothing good for your body.
My goodness.
Saying this out loud one more time.
Listen.
Nothing good for your body. There's a
message. Hold on, I'm going to help you out. He said that white sugar does absolutely nothing for you. That's good.
Nothing. Nothing. It causes a lot of problems in our system, like high blood pressure, diabetes, weight gain. It messes up your endocrine system, which is, what regulates hormones and all that stuff. It even has effects on the brain. So,
cognitive.
It does. It's cognitive effects. It actually slows it. For me, it slowed down thinking. Like, now that I've stopped eating sugar, I'm actually quicker and my mind is moving faster.
Yeah.
So we have to be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies, especially as Black people. And if COVID-19 has not taught us anything, it taught us that we're in poor health.
Yes.
And we have to change that as a community. And when I say that, I understand there's a lot of people that are going to say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I get it. However, please teach your kids better.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, at least teach them better.
Let me give you a moment to expound on that, because I really want to delve into that. We're going to transition right into where he's segueing to with how we are responding to this information. Before we do that, I want to make sure that we recognize one of our sponsors on tonight, and that is going to be Visions of Love. All right. I know many of you love the way that Auntie looks and my niece Melody. We are slaves of the gods, as some of the young people say, because of one of our sponsors here, visionsoflove.net. That is my baby Aisha Posey, who has an amazing company, visionsoflove.net, and you can actually go and make sure you get products from her website, visionsoflove.net. And so she does makeup and all those wonderful things. So all of the lashes that you see that Auntie wears and my niece Melody, that all comes from our sponsor. But we want to make sure that in this COVID-19 situation that we are supporting small businesses. So please make sure you go to visionsoflove.net today to make sure that you support my girl Aisha. All right? Make sure you do that. All right. Now coming back to 1 second here, Dr. Kelly, in that situation, why is it, all right, that when it comes down to it, that we are so resistant about this information? And we're so, one of the things that people immediately said is, well, if you blame Black people for what they're doing, then that's not helping the problem. Or we're always trying to shame Black people. Or why are we nutrition shaming? And all of these terms that I feel is just being deflective of, let's just have the real conversation and move on.
Right. Well, there's a lot of, and this is another one of those whataboutisms.
Yeah.
Like, this one guy was like, well, what about, Chinese and blah, blah. I was like, dude, what about them? We're speaking from a Black perspective.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resistance to change because nobody likes to do so. Let's just go there. Nobody likes to change because they feel like they have been doing the right thing for the last 30, 40, 50 years, whatever the case may be, and they're going to be resistant to change.
Yeah.
I get it. However,
yes,
my thing is that, and plus, it's, a lot of the older folks are coming from a time when, there were food deserts. There were all these different things, all these different barriers to them having a better nutrition. Even seeing the doctor was something very controversial because there were no doctors that were reflective of what they looked like. and and they were always questioning their health care. Like if you've seen Mixed-ish, there's a lot of that dealt with on that
There's a
show.
lot of issues they deal with on that show.
There's a lot of issues, and that is one of them, about medicine, and we couldn't trust the doctors because of the Tuskegee experiment, all these different things through history. So a lot of the older folks are carrying that with them and saying, you know what, I'm not going to the doctor because I don't trust them. We get that. However, with our generation, we have a lot of Black doctors that understand our plight. We have a lot of access to fresh fruits and vegetables. One of the things and we talked about gentrification, one of the good things about gentrification is that it brought with it development and fresh vegetables into neighborhoods that didn't historically see them. And so we get it. We totally get it that there was systems in place that were barriers. I totally get it. However, a lot of that is being torn down and being eradicated. Like right around the corner from where I live, I have a mostly Black community. We're getting a Publix Greenwise. So a lot of those barriers are starting to come down. Now the question is, how are we going to choose going forward what we do with our health? Because there also has to be some personal responsibility when it comes to what we choose to put in our body.
We don't want to take it.
Yes. And so, and you're seeing a lot of resistance to personal responsibility. Well, it's not my fault that I eat bad. Well, it kind of is, because you're the only one sticking the spork in your mouth.
And I always say, if I can interject this, just because listen, you can debate your mama. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not, you're fact, all right? Just because you're in a food desert doesn't mean you can't go buy a banana somewhere.
Right. So
I get the whole food desert thing, but food is not, there's no apple there. That's not what that means.
Right. So, but like I said, a lot of it is learned behavior. And a lot of it was, we've come through a lot of things in history. Like I remember whenever I was younger, about the food stamps and all that stuff, and you can only buy or you can only purchase certain items with those, and typically those were lower quality items. So, but a lot of those things have changed. And so, I think a lot of people are just kind of still in that rut of what they used to do, and they just haven't changed. But and we also have access to more information as well too. So at some point, with all these things that are available to us, we have to understand that there is a level of personal responsibility involved in you and your health, even going to the doctor. I know Black men that don't want to go to the doctor, for years on end because they're afraid to. Well,
there's a fear.
There is a fear, and it's a very valid fear.
Yes.
However, with the state of Atlanta, we live in Atlanta, so we have a lot of Black doctors that are available for us to see. So, some of like I said, a lot of those barriers have started to break down. The question is, how are we going to deal with it? And this is an opportunity for us as we move past COVID, whenever that is, because I don't think it'll be this year.
Right.
Because remember when the Spanish flu happened, the second wave was actually deadlier.
Yeah, and which is we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and wrap this one up so we can get to this next real good.
Yeah. So I just hope that we take this opportunity as a community to start talking better.
Yeah, I agree. I want to touch on that because you brought it up, and we're going to go ahead and do it. I want to take a moment and let you all see a video of a house party that happened in Chicago. I still just baffled by it. But there's this house party that happened in Chicago, and look at this really quickly, all right?
Right, let me see what man do.
This is madness. Packed like sardines. Not a mask in sight. Not a mask in sight. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I can't believe it at all. Let's go ahead and bring us back here. All right, so you all had a chance to see that video of a house party that happened at an Airbnb in Chicago. And as you were just talking about the Spanish flu, Dr. Kelly. Now, I wasn't, around during that time. None of us were. But what I will say is I don't know if I can say what would you assume, or would you, or rather, was the Spanish flu preluded with this level of defiance?
Well, what happened? What happened was we saw during the Spanish flu. We're kind of seeing what happened today is that they opened prematurely
Yes.
because at the end of the day, like government officials are balancing economic activity versus public health.
Yes.
And one feeds off the other, because if you don't have healthy people, then you can't necessarily have an economy. But if you don't have an economy, what are you doing with all these healthy people?
Right.
So that was the balance. And even in 1918, it was actually probably more severe because there was less money available.
Exactly.
So folks went back to work prematurely. That's when the second wave hit, and that's when it became very deadly.
But they weren't going to house parties.
No.
And I know that we're in a different day and age, but it's like,
no.
Yeah, technology and access and fun and entertainment may have changed, but a germ is still a germ. So
it is.
To have the Spanish flu, where we're reopening the economy too early, and it happened. Now you're deliberately cramming people into spots out of defiance. So I can only imagine what the COVID second wave is going to look like. How can you speak to that?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not as severe.
That party, Kelly. Let's just keep it real. Let's not be nice.
I know.
There were 2 masks in that room, and the girl didn't even have it on her mouth. She had it under her chin.
Well, now, see, this is the part of personal responsibility. And remember, for me, every time we talk about these
Kelly,
things, I always talk about personal.
We got you.
Okay, you got me.
I got you. You're okay.
Okay, so it's about personal responsibility at this point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if these folks are going to put themselves in danger, then that is their choice.
Right.
I get it. We can shame them all day long, but at the end of the day, that's their choice. If anything negative happens because of that, then again, that was your choice.
And I think that probably maybe, and tell me if you agree with this, but I think that one of the ways that I've been advising people is that, listen, as you said, it's your personal choice. And anyone can do whatever they want to do. If people want to go out and party, if people want to go out and go to, highly congested, populated areas that are prematurely opening up, we can make jokes about it all day. We can share videos like we're doing right now and kind of throw shade and whatnot. But at the end of the day, they have the right to do that. But you also have the right to not open up your door to these people.
Right.
And make them, if they didn't want to take care of themselves, that's fine. But don't let them bring that mess to your front doorstep, if you will. Make sure that you quarantine yourself further from people as well, too, if you know somebody that attended one of these functions. That's what I've been advising people. Yeah. We have to look out for ourselves now. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. And as we learn more, because we don't know the full extent of what COVID-19 does to the body.
Right.
Now we're finding out that, it does a lot to the circulatory system. It creates clots.
My goodness.
Yeah. So yes, it creates clots. And so, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, no, I got you. So yeah, it creates a lot of clots in the circulatory system. So for me, it morphed from a flu or a respiratory illness. Now it's affecting your blood. So I don't know if this thing is mutating while it's hopping from host to host, whatever the case may be. But, as we find out more information and the severity of it, I really hope that people take this seriously.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I get it.
My goodness.
Yeah, I get it that we want to get out of the house. We want to do all these different things. And I'm tired of being in the house.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, listen, I'm over it.
Yes, I totally get it. However, if you want to be here in 2021, let's make it through 2020 first, unscathed.
Can we do that first? Can we do that first? All right. Can we all what? Can we all become what? Stronger and better together. All right, I would like that, but I can't be stronger and better with you when you're 6 feet under.
Yes.
Really. Let's just call it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it out. So please take care of yourselves. All right. Make sure you're looking out for yourself, and make sure you take care of you. You can't control what another person does, but you can control what you do. So we're reaching the end of this here, and I wanted to go ahead and just kind of points here. So go ahead and just kind of sum up people to know about you. I'm going to put your website down here below once more. What do we need to know about you? Oh, wait. You know what? Also, I want to make sure because you're always talking about it. That is the sos.ga.gov. Can you tell us about that website and what it means?
Oh, so Georgia has a website. Well, the Secretary of State. It's called My Voter Page. You can go online, check your registration, make sure you're registered. I believe until you have to be registered by June 9th's primary, and that's coming up pretty quickly.
Okay.
And that way, like I said, you put in your information, and a lot of you should probably have gotten a ballot request form. From the Secretary of State to vote. I think this is a great tool. The reason why I say that, and I've said this in a previous video, is that think of this as a take-home exam. Because now instead of standing in a booth and having somebody waiting behind you and all that stuff, and you're trying to figure out, okay, who are these? What are these people? Who are these? What do they do? What do they do? Now you can take your ballot, look it up on your own time while you're at home, quarantine, shelter in place, and actually figure out what they do, who they are, what they stand for. Because I've been asked about the criminal justice system. People want to see a lot of reform in that. Well, that actually starts with the voters, because remember, you are deciding on judges, you're deciding on district attorney, you're deciding on the solicitor general. And if you're not familiar with those three offices, I really would suggest that you get familiar with them pretty quickly, because these are the people that determine how you're going to be charged, what your sentence, all these different things, and for me, I can't legislate racism.
You know what? Let me throw this in there. There was a video. I don't know if you saw this. There was a video of a young girl. I guess she was 14, and she was being, how many of these videos do we need to see? She was being manhandled by this cop, and I will say this, and this is why I love to bring Dr. Kelly on to our program, because the average person and I will say the average Black person, we are just be mad at the video we see, and not understanding that. And is about personal responsibility and knowing that we can control that dynamic. We may not be able to do everything, but that we can control that dynamic. So can you speak to that? As you were talking about, the sentencings that are handed unjustly and whatnot, even the treatment of law enforcement on people of color, that we can help control that.
Yeah, we can, because we also vote for this thing called the sheriff. So we have to, because I think
we have the power.
We do have the power, and the thing about it is, I wish people had learned a different lesson from Ferguson as well, because remember, that population was about 80% Black, but all of their council and mayor were white. And remember, if those folks that voted for them, for those folks that were in power, wanted to suppress Black people, they had the power to do so.
That's right.
Because we weren't participating. And so, and I'm glad to see, I think his mother ran for office and she won, right, Imani?
I believe.
So, but that was the power of us standing up. And voting and participating. And so but my thing is that as a prospective elected official, I need the cooperation from the community as well too. Because it's almost kind of like when somebody throwing shade at you, but they ain't paying none of your bills. Same thing with elected officials. Well, if you ain't voting, so I don't really have to listen to you.
That's right.
Voting is currency with elected officials, and I really hope that people walk away understanding that is that voting is currency, and if you're not paying it, if you're not voting, and it's free, it's free currency.
Absolutely. I want to make sure we get into these dates that you gave me. So first day being the early voting is May 18th.
Yep, Monday, May 18th, and the primary is June 9th.
And then primary is June 9th. We have those dates there. Did everyone get that? All right. So early voting is May 18th. All right. And then primary voting is June the 6th. All right. We've got that down there.
June 9th.
Oh, I had the wrong date. No, okay. Take that off of there. Sorry. All right. So let's write that other one down. I'll get on my nephew about that. All right. And so once again, you can find out about Dr. Kelly here at drkellysjohnson.com.
Yep. And you can also, I'm on Facebook, Dr. Kelly for Georgia, Dr. Kelly Johnson for Georgia, on Twitter as well, and Instagram. So
all right.
I'm all over the place.
Absolutely. We thank you so much for being here. I had a wonderful first broadcast with you. I couldn't have had a better person.
You have to do this again. I really enjoyed this. So this is great. Pause.
You still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, I could have had a better person to join me on this first broadcast. Thank you so much for just lending your knowledge and your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It matters.
Oh, real quick, Imani.
Yes.
Somebody asked about soda and cigarettes. Smoking and alcohol are automatic bad stuff. I mean,
all right.
Let's just be clear with that, because alcohol is made from pure sugar. Soda is probably the worst thing you can drink.
All right.
Because a lot of sodas have more than like 70 grams of sugar in them, and that's added sugars. And females should only, or women should only maybe have about 25 grams per day. Men should only have about 36 grams per day.
All right.
So one soda is already putting you well over what you should be having.
Got it.
Sodas are terrible.
Okay, so you got that, y'all. Stop. Put the soda. Let me hold on. I'm trying to help you again. Put the sodas down. Put them down. It's not helping you at all. It's tasting great and sending you to an early grave.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah. So, is there any final words while I go ahead and let you go? Maybe you have anything else you need people to know?
Nope, that's it. I hope to, earn some. What is it? Oh, Brandon asked what is important in the census.
Yes.
Okay, real quick, probably about a 1-minute answer. The census.
Right.
The census counts everyone, population-wise. The reason why it's so important is because this is how your districts are drawn. This is how federal dollars are apportioned to your district. This is how they cut, or this is how they add or take away representation at the federal level. So if we come back and say, okay, well, Georgia added 3 million people, we may gain more seats in the House of Representatives based on that number, because remember, House of Representatives is based on population. So there are a lot of things tied to the census. This also allows us as Black people to see the real statistics of who we are, and how many people that we have in a given area. So the census is really important because there's so many different things tied to it. So I encourage everyone to fill it out and make sure that they get that in.
Get it done.
Get it done, please.
Get it done and be counted. Be counted. Yes. I want to thank you for making time to talk to my nephew Ty about that. I know that was a very different conversation. Ty is quite a character, but he understood it. We had dinner probably about maybe a week after that, and he was really impressed when the young gentleman that you brought with, what was his name? Greg, yes, he was really, really, really excited about that, and I believe that we're actually going to be releasing that video as well too. We did a live broadcast, but we want to also put that into the archives as well. And so, thank you for that.
Oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah. Well, as always, Dr. Kelly, it is a pleasure.
It's the same to you.
Thank you for being here. I thank you. Unbeknownst to many of you there, we actually were going to try to do this last night. And me and my nephew were in the room trying to get this together. I mean, it got to the point where my makeup was coming off, and I was just upset. And I said, you know what? Let's just stop this shit right now. We'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed. I don't want to deal with all that. So I want to thank you for giving this another try.
Absolutely. Always here to help.
Thank you. All right. And so we'll bring you back again. I want to bring Dr. Kelly on here routinely, actually. We're going to be going live a few. Again, I want to make sure that during quarantine that you're, educated and entertained and whatnot. But we're in a very serious time right now, and I don't want us to get down about it and lose our cool and give up. I think that if we're informed and we know what to do, that we can get to the next level. And so that's why I love bringing you on here.
Nice. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you again, Dr. Kelly. We're going to go ahead. Bye-bye, okay?
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Okay. That was good. Where is she? She up to something.
I'm hearing you. Oh, I get it. All right. My production assistant, aka Tony, who is Eric's husband. We're gonna go back to that again. All right. I just heard there was no audio. Oh, okay. I got it. It's all right. It's all right. I got it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're back. We're back. Okay. I was just giving you the last spill. I see what I've got to do. I'm learning. I'm learning as well. All right. So what I was doing is I was giving you the final digs here on what is going on. So basically, I want you to follow me on social media. So go to Facebook. I make it very easy for you. Everything is Imani Vanzap. As I was saying earlier, it's not Imani Vanzap, drop it low 124. I don't do all that, okay? It's just Imani Vanzap. It's really easy, okay? So Imani Vanzap, okay? Follow me on Facebook. Imani Vanzap on Twitter, all right? The little birdie, okay? Imani Vanzap on Instagram, all right? Imani Vanzap on YouTube. And what you'll see is a few of these. All right. Okay. It's one. Okay. We're back. We're back. Everyone should be okay now. I see what I did wrong. Let me know if you can hear me. The sound should be back together. Give me a shout. Let me know if you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. I see what I did wrong. I'm just holding for a second to make sure that people can hear me. You should hear my beautiful voice again. Let me know. Don't leave Auntie hanging. Y'all love to tell me when I got something wrong. You tell me when I got it right too. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're good. Okay. So yes, follow me on all social media. And then once again, as I said before, all right, that I have my website. All right, ImaniVanZap.com. All right, and go out there. It's a beautiful website. My nephew did an amazing job on it. I think that he represented your girl well. I really do. Okay. So, but thank you all for supporting me on tonight. I really do appreciate this. I want to make sure there's nothing that I forgot here as we're kind of closing out the show. Well, oh, that's Erik in his budget. He doesn't want to get YouTube Premium, so we have to look at commercials because he's too cheap to get the real version. I'm going to talk to him about that. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of you. You know your girl's going to get you together. All right. But yes, as a final note here, make sure that when it comes to Facebook, because this is where a lot of the fun has started, that you follow me today. All right. Vanzap. I love how the F is right in front of my face. That's so cute. It really is. Okay. I think we've covered everything. All right. I want to one more time give a shout out to our sponsor. That is visionsoflove.net. My baby Aisha Posey, who is responsible for all the amazing look that you see when you see my eyes and the lashes, how they just kind of flare out and everything. That is all her doing. All right. So make sure that you do support her by going to her website. Once again, I'll put it up here for you. Visionsoflove.net. Okay. I had an amazing time tonight. I hope that you did too. Thank you for being here and, watching me grow, and we're growing together. All right. Because once again, this thing is not just about me. It's about all of us becoming what? Stronger and better. Okay. So let's work on things. Let's get some more people in the room on next time. I know that right now for sure that we're going to be going live at least twice a week. So one day is Monday for sure, and then Thursday. Depending on how things goes, Imani has a word, so don't be surprised if you see me come out here on a Sunday morning. All right, we'll have a little bit of church, okay? I'm a church girl. I know that, once again, I know Erik lights candles and does yoga and all that kind of stuff, and he loves everybody, and that's great. But Auntie Imani, all right, still believes in the Lord Jesus Christ. All right, so when we get together maybe on a Sunday, I can come out here and bring you a fresh word if you would like that as well too. But I believe that I have something for the people that I can help you out a little bit. I don't know everything, but I've learned a few things that I think can help to give you a few nuggets along your way, okay? So as I said before, we don't want to make the crowd happy twice, happy that you got on and happy that you got your ass off. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go now. Once again, thank you so very much, okay? Whenever you see me out here, please click the like and share button. Hit the notification, all right, so that you can know exactly when I'm going to be on. You don't have to be in the dark. You can actually know when things are going to happen, all right? We are growing. We are growing, and I can feel it, and I appreciate your support, okay? So that is all I have, and we will see you next time, all right? Once again,
All right, we always got to close out in fashion. This is Imani Vanzap, here to help you fix your shit. And I'll see you soon.